This is Laura, and this is sort of a little surprise unplanned video, which is a response to Crazy Running Mom Brooke's video tag, sort of. I think of it as a meme. So anyway, she has 13 questions that pertain to your history, your opinions, and just kind of your weight loss journey as it pertains to your life. And so I thought that it was kind of interesting, compelling questions, and so I'm doing a response. Here we go. I was first not called fat. I was first teased a little bit in school when I was in early elementary. There was a boy that I went to elementary school with, and if there's anybody watching this that I went to elementary school with, you probably know who it was. And I'm not going to name him, but he called me something based on my actual name, which was Laura Towns. He called me Pora Pounds. And I don't think he was really teasing me like in a way to call me fat, but I felt of it that way. I thought of it like he was calling me fat. And so and there was also, I had kind of a posture issue where I would stand kind of with my back swayed and my belly stuck out. And so I kind of got teased a little bit about that. Like, people always were like, why are you sticking your chest out? They always thought I was trying to stick my chest out, and it was really that I was just kind of standing very lazy. And I don't know. That's just how it was. And it always kind of made me think that people were sort of teasing me that I was big, because I was never a really skinny child. My first diet was really just cutting back on portion. It was a portion control diet. And it was when I was probably in, I guess, maybe 9th grade. I kind of took off maybe 15 pounds during the summer, and felt pretty good about that. And then again, the next diet I did was actually prescribed to me by my swim coach when I was in like another year later in 10th grade. When I started on the swim team, he told me, don't watch TV and don't eat chocolate. And so I didn't, and I lost 20 pounds. But I also was exercising a lot every day at the pool on the swim team. And I took off weight, and I felt great. And but then once I stopped the no TV and no chocolate diet, that weight came back on, and I also wasn't exercising quite so much. And so usually in the summer I took some weight off, and then it gradually would come back on during the school year. The worst diet I think I was ever on kind of was not, it was really poor for my health. It was with a diet program called America's Weight Loss Program, something like that. It had a pretty steep, like $200 join-up fee or some kind of thing like that. And oh my gosh, the prescribed diet menu plan started with cleanse. The first week was a cleanse, and like I had to eat a pound of lettuce a day. It's like just ridiculous stuff that was very unhealthy for me. So the America's Weight Loss Program was really hard on my body as far as the initial cleansing And then the amount of fiber, and I was under a lot of stress at my job during that time of my life. And even though I did lose probably about 12 pounds in a month with that diet, I had already been losing a little bit of weight before that. And so the people were kind of rude to me, that they were saying I wasn't losing enough weight fast enough and I wasn't doing a good job, and I quit that thing. My red light foods. I pretty much, when I'm really focused on a diet plan like I am right now, I don't really have a lot of craving issues. The motivation of weight loss and how good I feel really is, it just kind of keeps me on track. I can't really think of anything in particular. Now, I mostly kind of avoid all those kind of things that would put me over the edge, but you know, if I have one spoon of ice cream, especially if the carton's in my hand, it leads to another. Or chips, probably, because it's really hard to stop at one. But like, I don't know, I made the kids' lunch this morning. I had one Frito. And this afternoon I did have an Oreo cookie because I got some out for my daughters after school. But for the most part, I don't really have, at least not right now, I have to really be sliding bad to really truly get off track and lose control with anything. I don't really, because I'm not like feeding pizza to my family, and I don't think something like, because I do really love stuff like cheesy pizza, but I love veggie pizza too. I mean, I love all pizza, and for the most part, it's not so good for me, and it's just something that I'm not buying or serving to my family right now, so I don't know. I'm lucky that way, I guess. I have never been at my goal weight. I have never felt satisfied with what my weight was. I have never felt, certainly never felt too thin. I have never felt like I really did quite enough. If I lost 20 pounds in high school, I probably should have lost 30. I mean, I've never truly been at goal. I have been within 10 or 15 pounds of a goal, but no. Never been at goal, certainly not at goal right now. My opinion is that you can do a lot of healthy eating, but it's a slow process to lose weight when you're only eating healthy. I'm complete evidence of that. I have always thought I could be smart enough to eat smart without having to really work very hard. And the truth is, if you're not including exercise as a component, you're really not gleaning all of the benefit of healthy eating. I don't think it really is as beneficial to you to eat healthy without also including exercise. And I've never really been an exerciser. But I tell you, since I started using my Fitbit, and that was only 23 days ago, I think it's a life-changing thing. Definitely. I think it's changing my attitude, changing my outlook on the future success of my weight loss. And only just sticking with me for, another, I don't know how long number of weeks, to follow my progress, will you find out if that's really the truth for me or not? I have lost weight for an event in the past. I am not currently, which is very different for me. It's a new thing for me to be losing weight because it's healthy for me. That is not an event. That is life-changing. I really want this to be a life-changing journey for me. I have lost weight for my class reunion 2 years ago, and I am now weighing less, only slightly, but less, than I did for the class reunion. I've lost 20 pounds to fit into a dress before. And at that time, I did weigh less than I do right now. But as soon as that 20 pounds came off, and I actually let the seams out because it wasn't quite enough to truly comfortably fit the dress, and I even moved the buttons over too. I then, over a period of about 3 months, gained back that 20 pounds. It took me 7 weeks to lose it. It was strictly on a low-carb, virtually no-carb diet. It took me 7 weeks. I lost 20 pounds, actually lost like 21 pounds, and then immediately began regaining it once the event was over. And that's happened also last 2 years ago with my class reunion. So we see how effective the losing weight for an event method has been for me in the past. It's not long term. So I'm hoping that, losing weight for the benefit of the rest of my life is a long enough term of a goal that maybe it'll stay off. Let's pray about that. I have support. Healthy eating, I guess, like I said, exercise is so important to go along with healthy eating that healthy eating on its own is kind of pointless. And to me, healthy eating also is part of that is that I'm diabetic. I am type 2 diabetes, so I haven't had diabetes all my life, and it's not, adolescent onset or whatever. I don't take insulin shots or any kind of thing like that. I do need to keep an eye on it, and I do have to be kind of careful about what I eat. There's truly nothing that's entirely off limits for me, but I can't have a whole bag of cookies or whatever, or I would probably not feel good just from the fact that my glucose levels would be a little crazy. But for the most part, healthy eating to me is defined by balance, lots of vegetables, just a balance, and keeping the grease factor low. I mentioned in another video about French fries. Right now, that would make me probably feel pretty sick. Yes, I exercise. And actually, the person who posted this initial challenge, Brooke, who is Crazy Running Mom on YouTube, she is training for a full marathon. Oh my gosh, she has inspired me like I can't even explain. In the past, you talk about, the question was, are you doing this for an event? No, I'm doing this as a personal challenge, and taking on the personal challenge of doing better and better with my exercise and all this stuff. I'm motivated when I see that other people can run 14 miles. be able to do that. I want to be able to do a 5K, which in the past I've always kind of thought, wow, I'd love to do that someday. But I was never at a fitness level where I was even, could even think about it. I'm not really at a fitness level yet, but I'm thinking about it. I can walk 3.5 miles. I could do a 5K. Maybe I'd have to walk it. Maybe I could walk, run. I don't know. But I do exercise, and I'm not addicted to exercise, but I'm loving the way that it makes me feel. To my younger self, I'm not sure I could say anything that my grandmother didn't say to me. My grandmother was very conscientious about her weight, and this is my gum, and she was very conscientious about her weight and her appearance, and it didn't bother her at all to remind her granddaughters that if you aren't careful now, it's really harder to lose weight, repair, or whatever later. Protect your skin, stay slender, etc. That was the kind of beauty advice that we got from our grandmother, because she knew that was the truth, and it truly is. But it's really hard to tell that to someone who's younger. So to my younger self, I couldn't say it any better than my mom, my grandmother, all those people who had life experience, who were trying to tell me. And, what can you tell a kid? I never have really felt guilt about food. Binging, I'm not even sure if I could really state that I've done true binging. I haven't done, really not true binging. I do recall when I was pretty young, I was probably still 17 or maybe barely turned 18, and I had just gotten married for the first time and was really learning what it was like to set my own limits, and didn't really have a lot of self-control that way. And I recall eating almost an entire package of Oreos and being somewhat surprised when suddenly they were nearly gone from the cookie jar when I sat there with the cookie jar in my hand watching a TV show. And I just was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've done this. This is probably not really wise. So, other than that, I don't really... Hello. Other than that, I don't think really I have a whole lot of binging, but overeat, I don't know. You can eat too much pizza, you can eat too much spaghetti, you can eat too much of anything. I never felt guilty about it. Sometimes I just feel miserable because I ate too much. This is a funny one. Especially the or friends part, because I don't think I've ever really been naked in front of my friends. But for the most part, no. I'm not especially comfortable in the daylight, completely naked, in front of my partner, husband. And that's not because he makes me uncomfortable, but just because I am not happy with my appearance. And there's some things, though, I still have to come to terms with the fact that even when I'm skinny, it won't be perfect. And so, that's just something that I still am having to deal with. So, I know my friends are all breathing a sigh of relief that they won't have to deal with me naked. Thanks, Brooke, for the tag, the video tag game. I love it, and I hope more people will do it. And thanks a lot. Bye.